What I think is that your friend is mistaking experience with the belief in duality. So they are defending their right to have an experience. They think experience is a dual experience. So they are defending them. They are defending experience. So they are saying we are meant to experience duality, when in reality, what they truly mean, we are meant to experience life. Non-duality is often misunderstood to end experience, or to end you being, living, enjoying, thriving as you in the world. Non-dual understanding, which is the recognition of the self, knowing you, knowing your essential self, does not end experience. It ends suffering. It ends defenses. It ends reactions. It ends resistance. It does not end life. It does not end life on earth. It refines it. It does not end your individuality. It enhances it. Life's experience, life on earth, if you want to call it, what we know, experience, can be shaded by the dual perspective. The misunderstanding of the self can be obscured, can be shaded, can be traumatized by this misunderstanding that I am a mortal body, mind, living in an external hostile world. So I need to defend myself, and I must escape. I must escape this existential wound, this existential panic, and fill this existential lack with the acquisition of things and subtle things. So I seek, I resist, I defend, I suffer, which is the general state of the world today. Life's experience can also be illuminated by the revelation that I am the one infinite field of awareness, not the person. The infinite field of awareness in which a miraculous experience I call world arises. This is a life filled with love, happiness, and ultimate freedom. But you know, this is a very, very good question. And one of the most misunderstood about the non-dual teaching. The recognition of the oneself does not negate the experience, the individuality, the brilliance of your design, the brilliance of being and living in a world. It enhances it and it refines it, because you are no longer defending, you are no longer contracting. What the non-dual understanding eventually weeds out from your experience is suffering, defending, resisting, seeking. So your role and your purpose can be truly lived and fulfilled. And in the question, it says like, so this is a dual world. No, this is not a dual world. And you are not a separate self. This is simply not true. Why do we choose to live in a lie? You know why? Because we think that the truth will strip us off from the experience. The truth will not take the world away from you. It will reunite you with the world. So you experience an unimaginable intimacy with the world. So no, this is not a world of duality. There is a belief in separation. Yes, there is a belief in separation. But you and me are not separate beings. There are two different experiences that one self is aware of. Two magnificent expressions, me and you, known by the same awareness. And as you know yourself, that which is aware, this individual expression expands. As you are no longer defensive out of fear of death, and you are no longer limited by this imagined lack. The individual expression that the person is defending is actually contracting by the thought of separation, is very, very compromised by the thought of separation. And the individual expression and the role you play in the world expands with the knowing of the self. So people who are defending their individuality against non-duality, they don't know what they're talking about. It's simply they misunderstood the whole thing. And it is the ego, the person's defending themselves, maintaining its illusory existence. This is the ego defense mechanism to maintain its illusory existence, defending its illusory existence. The seeming separate self fights for its survival. Because when you think you are a separate being, you are fighting for the survival of the person that you think you are. But you are not the person you defend. The person is an expression that can be both limited by thought, I am a separate being, or expanded by the knowing, I am infinite awareness. The person we defend is merely an expression that can be either limited or expanded, limited by fear that I am a body-mind, and expanded by the knowing I am infinite awareness. And you can perfectly abide in this world happily and freely and fully fulfilled only when you know yourself. You know, it's a myth that a person, when they know themselves, it's hard to be in the world. It's a myth. And of course, when I say know yourself, I'm not talking about knowing the set of the skills, you know, of your current incarnation. This is not what I'm talking about. I know you know this, but I need to clarify it. I'm talking about knowing that which is essential to your being, your true being, your infinite eternal being. So you can perfectly abide in this world knowing who you essentially are. When you know that your experience is known by the same awareness that my experience is known, that her experience is known, same awareness that know their experiences, what kind of world would you inhabit? A loving world, a peaceful world. When you know and feel that you feel the safety of eternity in you, that you are an eternal being, infinite being, what kind of experience you think you will conjure up into reality? Incredible. Free, happy, loving, peaceful. So non-dual understanding does not end your experience. It merely shifts your perception from I am a body-mind and I must defend myself, I live in fear and suffer, to I am infinite loving awareness. I am overflown with this knowing, overflown with joy, happiness, and freedom. I express myself freely and lovingly. And we're not here to experience duality. But to be fair, we're not here to experience non-duality as well. There is no reason why we're here. Because here is not a place we come to have an experience. Here is not a place and space we arrive to for a reason. Here has not ever arrived and it won't go anywhere. It is eternal, infinite, ever present. You did not arrive anywhere. You don't arrive here. You are always here. We are always here now eternally for absolutely no reason. Because where can you go? You don't need a reason to be here. Because here is you, the self, awareness. Not here on earth, but here in awareness. Earth is in awareness. You, awareness, are not on earth for a reason. Earth is in your awareness here now. Earth is here now in awareness. Then why did creation happen if there is no reason? Creation did not happen. Creation always is one happening. It's only in thought. This is only the mind. This is only the thinking process, not reality. Only in thought that we conjure up a reason, a place called here and there, and sequence in time, cause and effect, all very useful. Don't dismiss this, as tools, concept, useful tools and concept, which is here, there, yesterday, tomorrow, cause and effect, very useful and valid in the realm of experience as concepts, but are not reality. In reality, there is only the one self presenting itself to itself as itself here now. Yes, the content of the experience is presented as different, diversity, multiplicity, colors, shape, thoughts, notions, and emotions. But all is an experiential reality here now, one single happening here now. None of those seemingly differentiated things has an independent existence. This is what's important to understand. We see multiplicities, we see diversities, but none of those things has an independent existence. None of them is a living, independent, separate being. There's one being, that which knows your experience, that is hearing my voice right now, that which is looking through your eyes here and now. So to know the truth is to return to this eternal moment here now, to the self. But as we said before, you never really left. Where are you? Here. When are you? Now. What are you? I. That never changed. Never, never, never changed. So even when your friend is defending separation, they were never really separate. They are defending a non-existent thing. As simple as this.